We now return to Let's Play Terroir. So, I've looked through the manual a little bit, and unfortunately, I should not have sold all my stuff. First of all, ambient items, they're just there for decoration, except for the two that we talked about that do renown. Renown affects your selling price, and the, what else was it? Wine awards, yes. Had I kept 20 bottles of that wine, I could have turned it into this institute to get an award for it. Wish I had looked through there a little bit. But anyway, so we'll know that for next time. We will just continuing on, and try to grow ourselves another crop, perhaps a better crop. I've also looked at this, and the mayor is just coming. So, whenever he shows up, maybe it'll just sit there for a little bit, and then I can select it. Maybe it's going to wait until I do that. I hope that's the case, because otherwise we don't have any wine. So, one thing I can do here, then, is start sprucing up the place. Again, this I don't think affects anything. Maybe I'll do that later when I've got some money to just throw around. Right now, I'm just waiting for the opportunity to start planting some stuff. Oh, nope, it's already planted. Okay. So, we have optimal foliage immediately in spring. Let's cut that down. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, stop. Jesus, I'm going way too fast. One thing that kind of bothers me about the game is that both left click and right click are select, which means that if I try to deselect by right clicking somewhere around here, I then select that one. You have to click out in space to deselect. I'm not a fan of that. So then we got to deselect and hit it again when it comes back around. This has a recharge on it as well, which I find pointless. Okay, so now that the crops are no foliage, you can see it's already rising and it's only April. That could be good, that could be bad. Unless we get some rain to allow the foliage to come back, we're going to overshoot this really freaking quick. So I'm not going to cut this back anymore. We're already at 4, and it is super sunny in April. That is probably going to cause us overexposure as it rapidly rises to 6. There's clouds. Okay, come on, some rain now. I may have borked this one just a little bit. Yep, 7. Weather is going to be clear, and we're looking at overripeness. Damn it. Overexposure. Okay, well, I'm almost tempted to just let it go, but we unfortunately will have to turn it into something. So, I guess the trick is not to cut it down all the way until maybe like May? June? Just wait for that late summer heat to help ripen it. Because now we're just like, this is terrible. So we're going to have to affect the stats on it in other ways. It's already autumn. We'll go ahead and just grab it now. Yeah, see, so it is way high in the sweetness, the tannins, and the body. And we know for a fact we need to get that to about half what it is. And it's already going to have 1 star deducted. So this is going to probably be supermarket wine. Yay! Okay. So, crushing method does what again? This increases tannins. We don't want this at all, but I don't think it extends beyond 10 anyway, so we'll just have to let it crush the normal way. And body came down. That's okay, because we need it to be about 6. Now, this decreases sweetness by 1. We need to get it down by 5, so that's going to be a month and 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 weeks we'll get it down there. However, wait a minute, no, I can't do math. Every 2 weeks is going to be by 1, so to get it by 5, it's going to be 10 weeks. So, that's about as good as we can get there. 8 months. Yeah, I'll just have to do it that way. Now, what else is that going to affect, though? I guess we'll find out. 2 months is a very long time, but we have until the end of the year. So allowing it to at least slow roll, I guess maybe that's the thing you want, and maybe that's just how the game mechanics work, is that it balances out that if you do an early harvest due to overripeness, it then gives you all that time through autumn and such to ferment and do other processes to it, which is kind of neat. Speaking of kind of neat, the little leaves that actually stick to your fields there. Nice little touch. we're losing money, mostly on the maintenance costs. That's another thing that we need to factor in. It is now November, and we can press. Okay, we brought the sweetness down. Tannins, that decreases through the barreling process. Yes, so that's a 1 to 2 ratio. So in order to do that, we're basically going to have to go up to 8. Because that'll bring it down by 4 to 6, which is what we're going to want. So we need to get this bumped up to 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll get it up to 8. Then we let it sit, and it'll go 7, 6, and this will go down to 6. Correct? Is that how we're going to play this? Let's try it. Okay. Softens the wine's tannins and acidity. This does not actually tell me the, oh, there it is. Okay, this one. I was going to say, I thought we'd seen very specific ones. So for every month, so 2 months, basically. I'm going to have to let it sit for 2 months, which is something I'm going to have to come in here and check on, because we can see it's already 1 month. So we're going to have to sit here for November. Ah, shit, are we going to have to wait for January? That's 1 month. Tannin 7. Contrary to popular belief, it doesn't taste like dirt. Earthy flavors gain 10% to the wine's price. Okay, excellent. That is a thing that this talks about if we look in the manual under wine types. Come on. Planting grape varieties. Yes, so it'll tell me that this has a earthy, smoky taste. It doesn't actually, well, actually, here we go. Now we see what this actually does. So you can see what it will do there, as long as the acidity is between 3 and 8. So for Chardonnay, it tells me how to get the buttery. It doesn't actually tell me what the point of that is. It doesn't tell me what bonuses I get. Anyway, so December, we're waiting on January to come around. And unfortunately, it's going to be a late year for making money, so we're going to have to wait to plant a new crop. Let me take a look at this. Body is increasing. That is not good. That's probably because of the fermentation process. Oh, good. 66666. So the sweetness is not going to be perfect. It's probably going to tell me that much, but at least we've brought it down. Hopefully that will sort of take over and replace. We only made 3 barrels too. Not so good. So now we've got even less. We'll just keep it at a screw cap, black bottle it, and organize a taste test. Ooh, hey, let's have a higher guy do it for me here. Sorry, Boris. 4-star. Much higher price. Sweetness was too high. See, it's just that fine line. Just that 1 point over cost me that star. Yeah, it's great. I mean, aren't all Cabernet Sauvignons great? Well, I think it's great. Thanks, Caleb. So anyway, it's probably because of him, actually, that we got the price increased, because his prestige makes that, well, I mean, it says right up there, powerful critics increase the price. Awesomeness. Unfortunately, we don't have a whole hell of a lot. So, why don't we go ahead and just give it, or at least give him some. Now, he won't buy all of it. Prices will be better here, though. I would hate to keep stacking these guys, because he's going to buy less and less if I don't give him some. So why don't we stack it in this one, and then we'll give him the rest, so we can at least gain some prestige there. Okay, sell, and that increased that. Again, I feel like we're going to have to keep balancing these, because early on, obviously, we only have the one crop and the one type of crop. As we start going on, and we've got like 6 different things we're waiting to try and sell, this is going to stack up. So we need to, early on, I feel, get them going. And I didn't save any. I gotta remember that. I've got to have on hand like 20, 30, maybe even 40 bottles. At least for him, too. So I don't even have... okay, well, the mayor's going to come in a few more years. Excellent. Now, I do want to buy this, but I right now can't. In February... Okay, so that's just this Nah, I keep picking the wrong one. That's just this month's sale. I don't think actually this is even affecting, or maybe this does affect it so far. I feel like this is a yearly thing. Our expenses have gone way down. That's good. And mostly that was because of why? Vine purchase? Vine purchase. Yeah, last year we had the vine purchase expense, and so that's going to have to be something I consider in future then. If I'm going to start buying more tiles, I'm going to want to do it in lump sums, or we're going to have to stagger it between 1 year of purchase, 1 year of just growing, year of purchase, because that big thing, until we get, I mean, it'll increase exponentially, because then we'll have 2 crops, and then we'll have 3, and so the prices will sort of overcome this. Initially, though, we still have a, well, I mean, we've got all year, but still, we're going to have to get in the positive here. So let's continue going on, and I guess while we're waiting, what I could do is just spend little bits of money here to increase the beautification of my estate. We do see that, okay, so that is too much. Again, the fact that it says optimal foliage, not so much, not so much. So close that. I wonder what age has to do with it, because we see it's got 2 years age for this. Does that make the crops better? I mean, is there going to be a point where the plant is too old and it's going to produce less? Is that a thing? I don't know. What I do know is that I want to cut this back, just to light foliage, and then we'll cut it down some more once the summer rolls around. We're in partial right now anyway, so it's going to be slow, but I don't want to make the same mistake I did last year, although it is April, so if I cut it right now, maybe we'd make it through the summer. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when the actual summer comes along. Cut it down again. That little airplane. Funny thing about that little airplane, I'll show you here in a minute. I'm going to scroll out. Oh, no. It must just be the first time. So I've scrolled out before just to kind of look at... we've got fungal rot again. Great. Yield is decreased. The way this, according to the manual, happens because of the early bit ripeness of your crop. And so if it's less than 3, there's like a 60... Well, at 1, there's a 75% chance you'll get the rot, which hurts. And then... at 3, it's like 60% or something like that. Anyway, one thing I was going to say about this little plane is that it hangs out on this side of the screen until, I guess, apparently the first time it flies by. This is something I noticed. So it's got light foliage. We're going to have to cut down. It is now August, and I should have been paying more attention to that because... Okay, here comes the sun. Bump me up. Bump me up. 6. Hopefully it will stop right there. This might... No! Okay, we didn't go overripe, but... Shit. Alright, another not so great. So we'll basically have to do exactly what I did last time, let it sit for 2 months. Okay. So, decreased sweetness, yes. So for 2 months, it'll have to sit there. Dang it. So August was too soon, because that's when I trimmed that back. Or maybe I got a little bit too carried away and I didn't even have to. Maybe I should have just kept it light all of that year. That's the thing. We started late, so I guess I should have just kept it light. If you start in the rainy season, I feel like you can cut it back, because then the rains will come through, but maybe not, because last time... I don't know, this isn't going as well as I had hoped. We are losing considerable amounts of money. So, okay, so we're going to have to bump this up again. By how much? So that gets it to 8.
The mayor was disappointed that an esteemed individual such as himself was snubbed by an estate that called his town home. This doesn't...
All right, all right. Yeah, well, this is a much different episode than the first one, I'll say that much. So now we've got to sit through, and it's been, what, 1 month already? Yes. At least this time, we won't get a lower star rating. Ah, maybe that's why it went down to 4, because we did get that lower star rating. So maybe I did get a 5. Maybe I'm getting that is not the one I want. That is not the one I want. 2 months. Okay, excellent. Bottle that. We'll just keep calling it the same damn thing. This time we'll put a cork in it. We are getting 5 barrels of bottles this time. Keep it in the same bottle. Slightly different one for this year. Okay. 600 bottles. Organize a taste test. Did we lose the other? No. Invite to a taste test. 5-star. 19. This has, I guess, refilled, or was that? I didn't actually pay attention to what was going on there. Okay, excellent. Well, that'll help a lot. So we can sell it now. We're selling it for quite a bit more. Quite a bit more. I guess we'll do 330 there because I didn't sell you any last time. Is that why? Maybe I should break that apart more evenly. Excellent. So he'll probably lower down then? Maybe you do need to break it up. Maybe I should be doing that at least now, when I've still got... Yeah, well, for the next one, then we'll bump them all up to 4 evenly, although I guess that won't actually work because he'll be... Okay. No. Is it too late? It must be too late. Damn it. I can't change it. And I sold them all! Damn it, Gaz. I need to keep like 50 in stock. Can I see if I had any in stock? I mean, I guess it tells me, but... Okay, well, considering how much money I am losing here, I'm just going to go ahead and... Okay, wait a minute. Now I want to look at my finances. How'd we do? We at least made a net income, but not a very large one, sadly. Well, I can't plant anything more. Maybe, now this is something I have not been doing, really. But, maximum is your current renown... multiplied by 2,000. Well, what's my current renown? Renown cost is 50. Okay, fine, but what's my renown? Am I missing it? Is that my renown? We're at 50 there? I don't know. But I feel like we're going to need to, and I already hear the tinkling of the leaves coming on. I feel like we're going to need to maybe take out a loan so I can actually grow another crop. We'll let this year go. Okay, we're already at light foliage. I think I'm going to start by cutting it down. No foliage. Okay. I'm going to have to come in here and keep a close eye on it because I want, while it's rainy, just in the event that we get a partially sunny day. Okay, it sounds like it's growing again. Light foliage, we're going to cut it down. And while it's still rainy, I want it to have some... Damn it! Okay, I'll keep it for a while there. I'll just cut it back down to light whenever it grows again. Okay, cut you down. Stop that nonsense. So it really isn't going to ripen, I guess, until, I mean, plants usually ripen. So let's not do that. Let's not overcut it. End of August seems to be the high point for this, so while it begins to ripen, it'd kind of be nice if there was a tooltip to tell you in what season it ripens, or maybe they all just do. I don't know. Of course, we have the fungal growth, or fungal rot. Fungal rot is now gone. Good. Maybe this will actually be the decent... Maybe I'll just leave it as is, rather than cut it down. No, we still need it to go, so I'm going to cut down that. 6. Bam. Not even a ton, but it is almost ideal. Almost ideal. So let's go ahead and grab this, do another crush. So we're going to have to obviously plant another one. No matter what, this next season, next year, we're going to do that. So decrease sweetness by 1 for 2 weeks. Is there another thing that affects sweetness? I don't know. So let's bring this down. We'll leave it for 1 month, or 2 weeks rather. Because that sweetness needs to be 5. That's the sweet spot. No pun intended. Okay. Acidity needs to be brought up by 1, which it will be. The tannins may be too high. Now, that is affected by... So if I actually bring it up by 7... If I bring it up to 7, let it ferment for a month, that'll bring this down to 6 and this down to 5, which may or may not be within the threshold. So we'll do it that way. We'll press this and we'll let it sit for a month. 2 tannins, yes. So that'll be 6. Okay, we'll do it. So, we need to look for November then. Yeah, okay. In November, we will punch this one out. November. 6555. Ah, shit, we lost some of the body. Well, let's see what this does. We'll go ahead and put in a cork, although I don't know. I mean, maybe I lost all that money just because it cost me so much more. I mean, per bottle, we're not getting much better out of this. So, it's 2020, we'll go with a red cap. 5 bottles, or 5 barrels of it. Organize a taste test. Continue to add prestige to it, of course. El Scorchito. 5-star. Excellent. And now we get this, and hopefully... Gaz, remember, do not sell all your stock this time. Okay. I now have 600. We will do... Well, I mean, do I want to hang on to, like, 50 barrels? Do you think that would be good if I do 50? So what is 550 divided by 3? Let's do, like, 185 for each. I mean, that might just be too much. 45 barrels, or bottles? Yeah, we'll keep it. You know, just for good measure, we'll go ahead and say 190 there. Oh, no. 190. And we'll hang on to 40. Yeah. So, ooh. As long as your distributor relations are at 5, Manhattan will buy your wines for 10% more. Excellent. 100% of your bottles to Hugang, and all workers except Clear Forest and Plant Forest are free. Ooh, we'll have to start getting some worker action. So the way we do that is by building a worker house, and we need to clear a piece of land. I may need to then re-roll some of my tiles around the place. Okay, so we're already selling it? I think it's just that I have the option to sell it again because it's got the 40. Again, it looks like it's still going to hang on to the whole month thing, which will probably affect all of that. I may just want to sell the rest. Anyway, we'll let it go. We'll find out what my new chance and circumstance is. Maybe this time we can do a little bit better, huh? I want to take a chance. We'll go with circumstance and see if we can't do this one correctly this time. And if I fail this one, then we'll just start going with chances. Circumstance! Ah!
The strings of geopolitics have
lower his
pulled your
voice.
country into a war.
What?
Your government's armed forces have approached you about requisitioning wine. Your wine, to be precise. They request a patriotic donation of 3,000 bottles of any wine over the next 3 years.
So what?
Will you answer the call?
Well, I don't know, because what are the consequences of doing this? Are they going to come in and take all my shit if I don't? 3,000 bottles? Are you kidding me? 3,000 bottles over 3 years? How the frick am I supposed to do that? This is a... I don't want these things anymore. Holy crap. Okay, so anyway, we're going to wait till the end of the year, maybe, and we'll find out what my finances are starting to look like. Man, I'm doing really good on those 5 stars. I've definitely got Cabernet down. That's for damn sure. Jesus, I don't know. I mean, I cannot do this, clearly, with just what I've got. At this point, we're going to have to start branching out. Unfortunately, I need money to even buy this stuff. I'm going to need 25 grand just to plant a new crop. So maybe I've already done this wrong. Maybe at this point I really should be, getting a loan. So maybe we'll look at that. Monthly payments. Okay. So we'll do that. Because clearly this is not going to work out the way it is right now. I need at least 3 at the moment. So I'll probably buy this one just to see what's on the other side, because if we can utilize this, the lake, then maybe that'll help. Might end up re-rolling like the forest and turn that into flat land, because we do need to... I guess you don't have the option until you actually have a flat piece of land. I was wondering where my worker buildings were, because I can then get people to help out. So 20 grand, that's good, but that's not good enough. We need more crops. So I guess we'll be doing that next time.